Men's Ashes. That's alive as well, proper, because Healy said so. England have fought back. They've won at Headingley to make it 2-1. They go to Old Trafford next. We spoke a little bit about Headingley, didn't we? Because it was kind of midway through the podcast recording when we spoke last week. But anything more coming out of that test that you want to chat about?
Not other than the fact that on Sunday from 11 a.m, I was literally living every single ball that was being bowled. And when Chris Woakes went into bat with Harry Brook, some of the shots he was playing, me and my brother were sat there watching it like, he's going to get out in a minute. Like, why is he trying to flay it over cover, back away to the leg side, literally trying to flat back Stark over cover? Like, come on, it's okay. Other than that,
Never in any doubt, no?
Mark Wood bowling rockets, that's just standard. Mark Wood coming in to back up his first innings cameo.
Yeah.
And help get them over the line. Love that. I thought Harry Brook actually played. It was obviously they put Moeen in at 3, didn't they? Which I think helped Brook out and allowed him to just play his game a little bit more rather than potentially thinking about how much the ball was moving about when you go in at 3 or things like that. So I think they've got to stick with Brook in that middle order. Be interesting to see if they go with Moeen at 3 at Old Trafford. I wouldn't be averse to seeing it, to be honest, if it meant that the middle order, which has so often been the strength of this Bazball side, remain as it were. But yeah, there wasn't. Other than I'm just so pleased they won. So pleased they won.
It keeps it. How crap would it have been if both of these Ashes series were like Australia had retained them or won them already? It would have been awful. And particularly, obviously talking about the men's stuff. So particularly talking about the men's stuff, how good the cricket's been over the 3 Test matches as well. To have had that series with potentially 2 dead games in it, where the series had already been decided, would have been almost an absolute travesty when it came to the summer and the performances of the teams. I know England have been sloppy at points, haven't they, with various kind of silly moments and drop catches and no balls and things like that, which I don't know. Drop catches, I think there's been a stat out there, but I dread to think how many runs that's cost them over the course of these 3 Test matches. But yeah, it's been brilliant, and we've got 2 more to look forward to. They have done a squad, haven't they, for Old Trafford already, which is Stokes, Ali, Anderson, Bairstow, Broad, Brook, Crawley, Duckett, Lawrence, Robinson, Root, Tong, Woakes and Wood. I think Robinson's been declared fully fit again, so he only bowled 11 and a half overs at Headingley, but I think he's apparently fit and ready to go. Moeen at 3. Moeen's interesting, full stop to me, because in my head, the way I look at him, he's just a complete free hit in this Ashes tour. It doesn't matter. Like, Australia in the past would have gone, right, Moeen, we're going to ruin your career. We're going to bat you out of this series. But it doesn't matter anymore, because Moeen, we probably already know that Moeen's already retired at the end of this 5th Test anyway. So if he averages 80 in the Test match with the bat, in the Test series with the bat, brilliant. If he averages 28, doesn't matter. If he takes 30 wickets, fantastic. If he takes 7, doesn't matter. There's no kind of longevity, I don't think, with Moeen. So if he have him at 3, again, it's another one of those free hits. But yeah, I thought it was a little bit strange the way he batted at 3 at Headingley. It wasn't quite kind of Bazball, was it? It was a bit proddy and pokey. But maybe we'll see a different one if he gets that role at Old Trafford.
Yeah, and potentially if he's in there in the first innings, it might play into the way that he's going to play a little bit more. I don't know, obviously it's a bit weird, isn't it, if you bat one place, he was at 7, was it, in the first innings, and then
he was,
6 or 7 or something. Yeah, 7 in the first innings and then 3 in the second innings, when he hasn't done it for so long, etc. But I'm pretty sure he had a bit of success batting at 3 like 10 years ago in the county championship when he was just coming on the scene. So, and we know he's clearly a good enough player. Like, he's got decent technique, hasn't he? So, be interesting to see what they do. Do you think Anderson will come back in?
It's going to be. I think. Yes. Yeah. I mean, he's so good. He's so good. I do wonder whether Stuart Broad would need a rest, although they have had obviously a longer break, haven't they, between the third and fourth test than what they've had between 1, 2, and 3. So there's a chance that Broad's recovered pretty well, but he has obviously played 3 on the bounce. Mark Wood, bless him, we have absolutely no idea what kind of physical state he's going to be in each morning he wakes up. So I guess there would be that kind of question. Chris Wokes is almost the fantastic kind of perfect bloke to come in at number 8 for England, because it allows the middle order to be a little bit more aggressive than maybe what they had been in the first 2 tests, because they know he can bat. To answer your question, I haven't really got a clue.
It's tricky, isn't it? It is tricky. It's going to be interesting to see what the selectors go with, because I think I saw NASA say, like, obviously there's all this talk of Jimmy Anderson running in from the Jimmy Anderson end, isn't there? But at the end of the day, they've got to just pick the best 11 players that they've got available to them, because, again, they're playing, like, must-win cricket. So if, like, obviously we know how classy Anderson is, but he hadn't shown it in those first 2 tests at Edgbaston and Lords. And yeah, for me, it seems like it's a toss-up between giving Robinson like a proper rest potentially. I don't think you can drop Wokes, and Wood has to play. Yeah. But Broad's been pretty much the mainstay of the seam bowling attack. So if he's fine and firing and doesn't need a rest, I think he has to play as well. But no, it will certainly be interesting to see what route they go down. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be there on day 1. So it's going to be epic.
Just flexing. Is there any game of cricket you're not going to this summer? Every time we speak, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going here. Is that hospitality or is that tickets, or what's the deal with Old Trafford?
No, that's tickets. Brother got them in the ballot, so
love it.
Yeah, just had to take advantage of that one, and I'll be heading up there on Wednesday morning, so that should be a good day.
Completely unrelated to the Ashes, but your brother, I'm pretty sure, did email in with the innings that he claimed to be worse than Gavaskar.
I have heard about this through the grapevine.
Okay. Well, he's just highlighted the fact that Joe Gardner for Burton Latimer CC got a 3-ball duck LBW to Jack Gardner, which I think is probably your brother. I do think it's slightly rogue that you're playing for different teams, mind you, but we don't have to dwell on it. We can go straight back into the Ashes.
Yeah, that was back in the day. I don't know what year that would have been. If he's pulled out the scorecard and sent it to you, then that is just ultimate play cricket badgery. But that was back in the day when I used to play men's cricket, when I was like playing as like a 14 or 15-year-old. And yeah, I played against my dad and my brother that day, and they both bowled at me. So I'm pretty sure I'm sure I must have faced like the last ball of Dad's last over or whatever. And then, Jack bowled to me and missed a straight one, as we all do. And the finger went up. But
Tough day.
We've come a long way since then. We play on the same team now. We're friends.
Oh, that's encouraging. But I mean, a tough day in the Gardner household, and I suspect the post game dinner was a fairly kind of frosty reception. But let's go back to the Ashes. Let's not dwell on 3-ball ducks. We don't want to talk too much about those. What would be your 11? What would be your England 11 then for the 4th test?
Okay, so Duckett, Crawley, Ali, Root, Brooke, Stokes, Bairstow.
Yeah, that's easy. I can get through that bit.
Wokes. I would go Wokes. Then who have we got after him? Wood.
Yeah.
Broad, Anderson.
Okay, yeah, I like it. I think it's a strong shout. I'd be hesitant with Robinson. I know I've literally just read the article to say after the back spasm he's 100% fit, and he did so well last summer. But to bring him back into the team, having kind of bowled those 11 overs, you must think, and it's not. He hasn't exactly had the best series so far, has he? I don't think he's done terribly stats-wise, but where is he? has he got 10 wickets? I think off the top of my head. Let me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I guess if he doesn't play, then you'd hope. I don't know if Stokes probably won't bowl, will it? He was hobbling about all over the place, but he's just an absolute trooper, isn't he?
He's a broken man.
Wokes,
very good at cricket still, though. But
Wokes bowled really well, and I just don't think you can drop him. And like you say, that he's got plenty of experience. Seems very level-headed in terms of his innings in getting England over the line when obviously Harry Brook got out the other day.
Yeah.
I think that counts for a lot. So, in my mind, Wokes has to stay in the team, and then it seems like it's going to be a toss-up between Robertson and Anderson.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think it's just, well, you will, won't you? You'll be there. So have a cracking day next Wednesday. I think is it Wednesday? Yeah, it is Wednesday, isn't it?